Cool. So on end caps and printer stuff. Just replaced the thermocouple on the left extruder. Still haven't managed to print anything with it, but with the left extruder that is. But aye, stuff pouring out of the right extruder. It's brilliant. This is the new version with a little acrylic end and the O-ring and whatnot. I think I may have over trimmed the meat. You can actually see the O-ring through the plastic. It's probably a bit on the thin side. But proof of concept. It was about a 2-hour print for this one. You know, if you put a bit more meat on there, and the distance between the outside O-ring and the inside acrylic wasn't very thick. It's 2 mil even. So I was feeling it'll go along this line here, where the outside O-ring crosses the inside O-ring. But we'll see what kind of pressure it takes, and also playing with dismantling it, because it gets really stiff. It's like I can't get that undone. It's fine if you just do it and then take it apart straight away. So I guess the rubber sticks to the acrylic somehow. So either the silicone grease has been displaced by the constant pressure, or the actual somehow molecularly the nitrile rubber is adhering to the acrylic. I guess there's a fair whack of pressure on there. So I've been playing with dismantling it with air pressure, which is fine until it starts to stick, and then it gets a little scary. So that would normally, if you just put it on, that would do it like kind of about 15 psi or so. It's up to 18. And obviously it releases fairly suddenly once it does go. Interesting. So long as it doesn't break anything. Like 20 psi, is that excessive for electronics to take? And a sudden change as well as, explosive change in pressure once it goes. It might be possible to develop some kind of puller device, like either a band that goes around the tube, or a prosthetic loop or something with some kind of something that latches onto the end cap and pushes it away. Like I guess it would need to be pulled straight off. So kind of pair of jacking screws, maybe from a central drill powered something, or a large threaded connector that fits over the whole tube, and just unscrewing it, with force multiplication with a bigger handle on the thread. So that's still to play with. It's quite exciting doing it with air. A new end cap. I'm going to try. This is a 4-hour print again. ABS end caps with a through-hole connector. That's the Schrader valve connector for a tractor tyre. Which is nice, O-ring sealed. So drill an 8mm hole, which that'll fit into perfectly, and then a slightly larger hole to accommodate the threads, and the threads are just very loosely just to hold the connector in position. And once you take the valve out, have enough room to get a few wires in for cameras and stuff. You set the plan and then clamp a rubber hose on. It'll take the wires back to the ROV. So that hopefully coming up. Run that in the next test. Pressure test for this, through-hole connector, and whatever else I fancy breaking. Cool.